A warning before you listen.
What you are about to hear is not meant for children, nor for the faint of heart. This is an unfiltered retelling of ancient myths, told as they were born, raw, violent, unsoftened. Expect scenes of brutality, curses that linger, betrayals that reshape fate, and a hunger for power that shows no mercy. These myths were never meant to lull children to sleep. They were forged in blood, shadow, and fire. So ask yourself, are you ready to hear them as they were first told? Sources and references can be found in the episode description.
Chapter 4. A mother's heart cannot be swallowed when lightning speaks from the dream. From the epic, The Age of Silence, between Tyranny and Thunder. The years dragged heavily over Rhea. Each one did not feel like a year, but a blade. Each winter not a season, but a guillotine falling once more upon the memory of her chest. Her body had not borne another child since Zeus, but her mind, it kept giving birth to questions, and tried again and again to nurse patience with confusion. Everything around her began to speak, yet no one opened their mouth. The mountains, they sighed as if holding in a breath too old to release. The wind, it struck her cheek like a soft slap, as if to remind her that someone had vanished and never been buried. The lightning, there was something in it that felt like him, the one she'd only seen once, but who was etched into her memory like a blade. She would run her fingers along the stone walls, as if searching for a pulse, a heart that had stopped beating years ago.
Night had become her ally. She no longer feared it. It let her hear. It let her see. It let her ache without witnesses. Then, one strange dawn, she felt something shift in the wind. She stood among the trees, not praying, but begging the sky to be silent, just long enough so she might hear something else, something stirring beneath her feet, deep in the belly of the earth, as if the cave itself had begun to breathe. She went to a woman no one dared name, a blind priestess who lived among ruins. They said she could see what others feared to say. Rhea entered in silence, but the old woman smiled and said, "A child who does not cry is guarded by nature. He feeds his sorrow to no one, but he will devour the silence of the world when the lightning inside him ripens." Rhea did not believe her. She nearly laughed, then wept, not because she believed, but because her heart wanted to. And that was the greater torment. That night, she saw him. Yes, she saw him. Not in a dream, not a vision, but something closer to a blow. A flash of lightning tore the sky, and inside it, something moved. A face, featureless, yet unmistakably his. And then it vanished. She woke with her hand on her chest, as if trying to quiet the drum pounding from within. Is he alive? Can a cave give birth to lightning? Can stone carry destiny? Hope began to creep in, but it wasn't sweet. It was bitter, like poison, because it whispered, he may have returned, but not as a son, as justice, walking on two legs. And with every flash she saw in the sky, she remembered his face from the dream, as if he were still there, growing, stretching, turning inside the womb of the storm. She no longer asked, did he survive? She began to ask, and if he did, will he forgive? This chapter of the epic has come to an end, but remember, what you've just heard is not a record of facts, but the echo of a myth, a story born from the imagination of the ancients, etched into the long memory of humankind. If this tale stirred something in you, if it opened a door to reflection or wonder,
Don't forget to support the channel and share the journey with those you love. And in the comments, tell us which moment in this chapter struck you the most and why. We'll meet again in the next chapter of this audio odyssey through time. Until then, farewell.